All right, welcome back, mates. Crypto Leverage Trading Group. A little bit after 9 this morning. We are in Bex Plus. We're also in BitSeven. We have that open up as well. We have our signal set up. And I just want to welcome everyone to the group that is new. I'll also welcome all the new YouTube subscribers that have subscribed over the weekend. Thank you very much. We are experiencing what we talked about, okay, over the weekend. If you caught the last market update last night, late for everyone, doesn't matter whether or not you're paper trading, doesn't matter whether or not you're using the simulation, doesn't matter whether or not you are live trading. You want to be able to understand and recognize these market conditions and what's ahead of us each week, which is why I do that late Sunday night update. I try to wait for the last you have the weekly candle, you have the 4-hour candle at the end of the night, the last hour candle. It's not really that big of a deal, at least for me. But the 4-hour is a big deal. Going into the next, at the end of day, going to the Monday, obviously, when the markets open up at 9:30 in the States, global market, all that stuff, futures, you're looking at that early in the morning, Monday morning. The impact of markets, obviously now the market, I'm doing this video now, it's 9:24. The market in the States is about ready to open. After Bitcoin's run up over the weekend, setting all-time new highs, that has an influence. Obviously, Bitcoin is correlated, extremely correlated, okay? And there's not really any debate anymore, mates, on the correlation with equities, okay? That's just the way it is. Now that you have institutions involved at the max levels compared to, say, 2017, 2018, right? Institutions all over the place, public companies investing in Bitcoin all over the place, retirement plans all over the place. Okay, it's correlated with equities, and will probably always will be, really, in one way or another. And that's okay, in a sense. Whether or not you're in the store of value camp, or not, that's just the world markets and something that it's has to break against. But we talked about the gap, and we talked about the things that happen in terms of the macro markets, of all the things in on-chain and all the things that you need to become aware of as a leverage trader that influence the market. And we saw that backdraft as expected, okay? And these are the things that you want to read. You want to read these in the Market Daily Analysis channel. You want to read these in the On-Chain Metrics channel. If you're on the Free Trading Community Discord, tons of wealth of information from really, really smart people, okay, who do this, who live in these charts and live in these technical analytics. They're not they're not YouTubers. They're not twit heads, okay? A lot of them, these are professional people who have dedicated a lot of time to, this information. And a lot of them are very, very successful entities, whether it's CryptoQuant, whether it's Glassnode, whether it's Token Metrics, whether, there's literally hundreds, okay? So pick your poison in terms of what you want to use for your information. What correlates with you and speaks to you is really what you want to do. But we talked about futures, the gap, and how Bitcoin overextended, oftentimes gets ahead of itself, leaves a gap behind. Then that people who have short interest, people who have long interest, all those things, derivatives, swaps, options, all that stuff, okay? CME, all that stuff, right? Gap's got to get filled or not, right? It's only two options: fill it or leave it behind. We figured it was going to fill it. It typically does. It very well could have broken away above 60 over the weekend, but it didn't, right? It hit that level and then began to slowly come down. So now we filled the gap early at 55,000 today, okay? And so you'll see that if you see the trading Discord, or maybe even see it on Twitter, the closeout of massive trades playing down after Saturday FOMO, right? FOMO Saturday, okay? It's a pattern. I can only think of 2 Saturdays so far in 2021, which I would not classify as overbought, okay? And so that's where we're at, right? And so now we flipped it. So you can see here, we flipped it now to buy ups, okay? Doesn't matter if you're doing it on paper trade, if you're doing it in a simulator, if you're doing it live, you want to track, you want to see how you're doing, how you reacted to the market. Were you right or wrong? Was it successful or not successful, right? Did you see the pattern form and get ahead of the curve, ahead of the pattern? Most of you I know in the Discord that were trading in the overnight last night